There are so many questions that pop into my head that regard the future of World of Warcraft. Whether it be a possible free-to-play option, we don't really know, or it could be receiving a sequel, World of Warcraft 2. Could there be a sequel to one of the most successful MMORPGs ever? Not sure. Will Blizzard just move on from the series? Probably not. Of course, first you have to begin with the impact that World of Warcraft had on the industry as a whole. You have to give credit where it's due. The game did so many great things for the industry. It revolutionized so many different games and aspects and features that some of these MMOs, or there's other genres that was affected by World of Warcraft. So if you were to make another game, follow the game up with another one, is it possible that you can evolve and not take all of the same features but do it better? Can World of Warcraft 2, the sequel to the original World of Warcraft, that by the time World of Warcraft 2 would come out, it would be probably like 15 years, 14 years, 13 years, somewhere around there, that World of Warcraft has been out and Blizzard has been working and developing a very strong title. So things that would have to evolve for there to be a sequel, you look at the combat system. Obviously they would have to move on from just this standard tab targeting. You can't really do typical standard tab targeting anymore, because it feels like at the time what the combat system was like at the beginning of vanilla Burning Crusade, or you look at other MMOs like Ion did it, EverQuest, Lineage, those were games that were early in the development stages for MMOs and RPGs and other genres, obviously. So to evolve, obviously, you want to increase the quality of your sequel, make it better. The combat system would have to change. It would not have to be the standard tab target. It couldn't work. It would have to move on. That being the basis of the game, how it works, we see that the action camera kind of works well with the development of a new combat system. It doesn't completely change it, of course, but it makes it creates a new feel for the combat system, and that's what you would need in a follow-up sequel to the already successful World of Warcraft. Other things would be like new systems that they would have to integrate. You can't just have the same features in the same game and follow it up with the same thing, because no one's going to want to play that same game. Why would they have tab targeting, the same PvP system, rating being the exact same? They make a rating tier, and then 3 months later the new patch comes out, new rating tier, the new season. They would have to change it up. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. They would have to do it differently. They would have to change how they're already putting out the content. That's a major part, and seeing it with Warlords of Draenor showing us that they really could care less about the expansion. It was pretty obvious. Everyone hated it. Not everyone, most of the people hated it for good reasons. So obviously, with a lot of people disliking the game, or the expansion rather, they would have to change how they put out their content, how often it puts out, because Warlords of Draenor, we saw no content for way too long. It was ridiculous. And there are certain features that they failed with. So going into a sequel, World of Warcraft 2, they would have to be like, okay, we have to consistently put out content like they were doing back in Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, and even Cataclysm, kind of. They would have to, do that, because people are very impatient. They're waiting for the next DLC, the next expansion, the newest game. There's too much stuff being flooded with these people and these games, so they get impatient. They try them all. They're liking different games. So World of Warcraft 2 would be no different. You'd have these people with short attention spans, changing games a lot, but you would have to appeal to that somehow. That's what they have to do differently. They have to consistently put out content, a month and a half to 2 months, and obviously it has to be quality. It can't be just quantity. It has to be quality mixed in there as well, so that would determine how great this sequel could be. Also, we see that Blizzard consistently makes very, very good games regardless of the genre. They're branching out into new ones. Although they scrapped Titan, that's kind of the doubtful factor that maybe a lot of people have in a follow-up, regardless if it's a sequel or it's a new MMO. People see that they scrapped an entire MMO after years of working on it. That's not too great. You don't want to waste $50-60 million on a game and not put it out to profit nothing. That's not, well, not profit, but you want to put out a game. You're putting all this work into it, and to get it scrapped is not good. So obviously there's a lot of people doubting if a sequel or another MMO could come out from Blizzard. That's a huge factor that people as well. Could it be better than the original? Could there be a second WoW? Very hard to tell. Obviously, I'm no genius, but I would love to hear what you guys think. Could it be possible that World of Warcraft can move on from the original game and we can see a second one coming out in the future? Could it be possible? Let me know. Tell me what you guys think. Put it in the comment section below. Hit me up on Twitter, and make sure you follow on all the social medias. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.